Yo, guys, I'm 24 years old, and yesterday was the first time that I've experienced racism in London. I'm not gonna lie,
If I say to you that I'm born here and I'm British, how many times do I have to say that? Oh, because I wasn't giving her the answer that she wanted, it just went on and on and on. And then it became really uncomfortable.
I had my first real racist encounter with a white man a few hours ago, so this is fresh. My emotions are also fresh, but
Good morning, great people. It's a great day. Happy Tuesday. How are you wherever you are? I'm fine here. I'm chilling somewhere. Let me show you in 2 seconds. This is a chill spot. Yeah, chill spot. I hope you heard me correctly. So near Kenyatta University, a public university in Kenya, one of the biggest universities in Kenya. So yes, I know you're waiting for me to mention Germany, but no, we can't mention Germany because I found something with UK. I thought racism in Germany is bad, but in the UK, it's worse. Okay? So I found this video. This guy is at a train station with his woman, I believe, an African woman. They are both Africans, but this guy is white Algerian, so you can't really recognize if he's a black guy or a white guy. So this happened. A group of 3 people walked to him and started asking questions about race, his race. They wanted to know where he's actually from. Now we've gone to a point where people nowadays openly discriminate others according to the color, because this guy is with his woman who is black, but it's also someone from Africa, but his color is white, so you can't really know where is he from. So just watch this video.
Yo, guys, I'm 24 years old, and yesterday was the first time that I've experienced racism in London. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna wanna stay to the end of this video, because, bruv, I could not believe what happened. Long story short, I was in London with my wife, and we walked to a train station. We're about to take the train to go back home. You know them like waiting areas that you can sit in? Yeah, we sat in that, and then a group of like 3 drunk, middle-aged people walk in. Now, myself, like, you can't really tell where I'm from. You can't, like, from my face, you can't tell anything, innit? Hence why I think I'm privileged to the fact that I've never actually experienced anything like this before. But my wife wears the headscarf. So, obviously, they've walked in now. They've sat down. And the first thing they say is, oh, you shouldn't be scared of Muslims. You shouldn't be scared of Jews. I was like, bro, what's going on? So, at first, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe they're just drunk, like, they're just talking, whatever. But then they start having a conversation with us. And then one of them goes, oh, so where are you from? I go, I'm born and bred here, London. Like, can't you tell from the accent? They go, no, where are you actually from? I'm like, huh? To which I've actually gone, yeah, I'm Algerian. And then one woman goes, she goes, oh, yeah, I've got colleagues who are Indian. Sorry? Your colleagues are Indian? I'm Algerian. Where's the correlation? You know what they say about alcohol? They say that alcohol, like, is the truth drug, innit? Like, once you drink, like, all the truth comes out. So I was like, in this situation, yeah, I could either get mad and, like, start effing and blinding, or what I could do in this situation is genuinely just try to see the mentality of this person. At this point, I'm trying to have a conversation, yeah, and I'm just like, cool, so I've travelled quite a bit. Let's just see what type of conversation we can get out of this, innit? And then the woman goes, yeah, so I've travelled to Morocco, I've travelled to Egypt, I've travelled to Iran. Okay? She goes, that's of interest to you? Huh? Genuinely, I didn't know what to think of it. I thought it was ignorance at first. I thought it was whatever. But then I deeped it properly, yeah? If it was me on my own, I can almost guarantee you this conversation wouldn't have come up. It's the fact that my wife was next to me. Like, genuinely, I think we've got to a level here in London, yeah, where racism now has just become normal. We've normalized it. It's fine. Say whatever. We don't like you. Get out of it. There's a lot of people out there, they're going to say it's not that deep. Just get on with it, whatever, this and that. But you know what? It's the principle. You shouldn't make someone feel uncomfortable just because of the way they look.
the thing with when you drink alcohol, when you take alcohol, you tend to speak a lot of things that you can't speak when you are sober. It brings out the real you. So these three people were drunk. So you know, you can be very insensitive when you are drunk. Those people who drink and comment down there and tell us what happens. So imagine now. So these things puts you in a position to start doubting yourself. It even can spoil your day. If you are with your loved ones, spending a great time, then someone just racially discriminates you or starts asking you questions, and you're from Africa, okay? Oh, I've been there also. So a lot of things, nonsense. So what do you think? It's really, really bad. It now makes us start fearing even traveling to those white countries, because you know, we think we are the lesser people. We think we don't have the ability. Let me even go back to Germany and mention something about what they said when some news were going across the globe that our president had an agreement with the German government that they start employing the youth from Kenya, both skilled and unskilled. You know, a real German, a real human being with the same blood like us flowing through the veins, say that how can they even come and work here with an IQ of less than 7? Let's talk about this video. This woman is of British origin. She was born in Britain. I don't know. Her parents come from there, but she her skin color is black. But you know, she was in this palace in Britain, the royal family. You all know the royal family. Now she's in the palace, and this old lady, I don't know what the name, I forgot, but she works with the queen. She's the one so close to the queen. She runs those errands in the palace. She's the one who books she runs all those duties close to the queen, like booking the hotels, taking people to her. I don't know, but no, she's standing there. This lady comes and starts asking her where she is from, and she even goes ahead to touch her hair without her permission. Now imagine someone comes to your place, starts touching you without your consent. What would you say? Now tell me, what would you say? So you will feel uncomfortable, and then this lady goes ahead to ask her questions about where she's actually from, and she insists on the same. No, she asked the first time, where are you from? The lady tells, I'm based here, I come from here. The second time, where are you from? Oh, I'm British. Where exactly are you from? Now you know. The lady wants her to say, I'm from Africa, so that she goes ahead to make herself right, you know, to now start feeling comfortable about it.
If I say to you that I'm born here and I'm British, how many times do I have to say that? Oh, because I wasn't giving her the answer that she wanted, it just went on and on and on. And then it became really uncomfortable. I'm standing with two other Black women, and this lady approaches me, just marches right up to me. I'm in the middle, and she takes my hair and moves it and says she wants to see my name band. Now, I don't know anybody else, but I wouldn't be so forward as to touch somebody's hair or touch their person, especially if I don't know them, and without permission. But she was an elder, so I kind of just, let that slide. And then she asked me where I was from. So this is a charity for domestic abuse. So of course I said Sister Space. And she says, no, where are you from? I said, we're based in Hackney. No, where are you from? from here. But where are you from? I said, I'm British. No, but where are you really from? I mean, it just went on and on, and I didn't know. At first, I thought to myself, maybe she keeps asking me because she can't hear my response. I don't make assumptions, but she's a fair bit older than me. Maybe she isn't hearing me. Maybe I don't know. So I've gone along with it for as much as and for as long as I can, just to assure myself that this isn't her being curious. This is her trying to say, I don't accept that you say you're British. Where are your people from?
And did
So
she
I
actually
said,
use that phrase? She said, where do
yes.
your people come from?
Yeah, no, but where are your people from? And then she went on to explain something about a French heritage, but she can't speak French or something. And I've got two people, as I said, standing next to me, and I can see by their face that they're also gobsmacked. So it's not just me thinking, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then she said, I mean, it went on for about 5 minutes. And I asked her, what do you mean, my people? And she said, yeah, but where are your people from? I don't know how many times I can explain something. You asked me, I answered it. I don't know what you want from me.
And did you know at the time that she was, because obviously lots of people there at the reception, that she was from, you know, Buckingham Palace, part of the royal household, is distinct from being someone involved in another organisation or agency? Did you know who she was or where she was from?
I had no clue who she was. I just know she's an elder. And in our community, we really respect our elders.
Yeah, and we should point out she's, 83, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as I said, I took a lot of things into consideration. But I'm very clear when I speak, you can understand what I'm saying. And if I say to you that I'm born here and I'm British, how many times do I have to say that? Oh, because I wasn't giving her the answer that she wanted, it just went on and on and on. And then it became really uncomfortable, not only for me, but for the people that were standing with me. And I wasn't sure what she wanted me to respond. And so it went on until she said, yeah, but where are your people? Okay, so where are your... And I said, my parents came here in the 50s. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. So that's where you're from. That's... And I thought, wow, what do you do in that situation? When I came into the palace, I was searched, quite rightly, because they have to make sure that no harm comes to the royal family. Well, what about the harm that is done to us as visitors? So even though it's uncomfortable for some people to hear, this is something that we have to talk about. You know, it can't be considered to be okay within that establishment just because it is that establishment. And that's the conversation that I would love to have with members of the royal household, those who are in a position to make a difference.
She was also dressed in an African way. Until this lady, okay, the name of the lady is called Ngozi Fulani. Ngozi Fulani. She runs a charity organization in Britain. And to add on that, I don't want to dwell on that so much. To add on what she endured in that palace, she is a well-known person. She's the only one who got searched at the door. She was searched like she was a criminal. And you know, you won't have any problem if all of you are searched. But if you are the only person who is searched, you will ask yourself a lot of questions. Like, because I'm black, does it mean that I'm having drugs with me? And this is the palace. Why would I even come with that here? Now this video almost made me cry, because this lady who is a nurse in Belgium really had a bad day, because her sister who lives next to, okay, both these sisters, they live next to a white man who has been a good man all throughout. But now this the sister of this nurse forgot to remove the car from the parking lot, because this white person normally rents out the parking lot. That was the opportunity for the man to speak what he knows best. I don't know what's the meaning of this word called imbecile. I don't know this. that sounds bad. Huh? Of course, it sounds bad. I'll check the meaning of that. Even this lady is fearing for her life, even if she dates a white man, because what if the white man stands around? Leave about even the boyfriend. Let's talk about this the racist neighbor. This guy, he owns a bakery, and he has the guts to tell his customers that these black people here gave me a bad day. Imagine. It's the worst thing I've watched today. At the end of the video, the lady seems to, she had to control the tears because she fears for her life. She's a nurse. She takes care of even the kids, the young kids, and she puts out that she treats all the kids nicely. All the people she treats in the hospital nicely. She handles them very well, thinking that she will be called a nice person, or they will appreciate her efforts. But what comes up? She ends up having the worst moment of her life. If you watch this video and you have really those emotions, you can end up crying.
I had my first real racist encounter with a white man a few hours ago, so this is fresh. My emotions are also fresh, but I still feel like it's the best time to do this. He's my neighbor, a hardworking man. I've been living in this house for 17, 18 years. This man saw me grow up since the age of 9. He owns a bakery next door with his wife, and last year he started renting 2 public parking spots for his shop. And this morning, my sister forgot to move her car. It's not the first time, I'll admit that. He came knocking on our door like an enraged Neanderthal. And when my 70-plus-year-old dad opened up the window from his bedroom, he was called an idiot, an imbecile. As soon as he noticed me from my window, he started speaking Dutch instead of French. I also speak Dutch, by the way. I live in Belgium. And then he goes on his racist rampage. You're all the same. You can't integrate yourselves. This is why people hate you in this country. You guys sit here and do nothing. I have to live from my bakery. I'm a NICU nurse, by the way. I work night shifts, and he knows that. Europeans love to shit on Americans, but wait till you hear them talk about Africans. When my sister was standing in front of his door 5 minutes later, he started apologizing and even came and rang our doorbell again to apologize to my father. But that's not the point. When he was on this racist ramble, he looked like a demon. I could hear the 2 generations before him speak just as loud as he was standing there in front of me, his parents and his grandparents. This was his occasion to let it all out. The man I've known for years is nothing but a shell. All he needed was a little push. My parents haven't birthed a single jobless child. All of us have higher education degrees, and we're a football team of kids. Literally. Yet, to him, we're all doing nothing while he has lived the life of the most hardworking man in the world. I'm the youngest of my family. I'm 27. I speak French and Dutch fluently, both of Belgium's official languages. I'm a nurse. I take care of babies. But that didn't matter. His perception of black people, which many people in Belgium share, by the way, never changed and probably never will. We are making it in society with borrowed kindness. That man went as far as saying his own customers feel bad that he has to live next to black people. He put his own customers on blast to make a point. I work twice as hard to be perceived as a nice person and a good nurse. Do you know the pressure of being a black nurse taking care of white babies in a predominantly white country where people fight for this to remain a tradition? One misunderstanding, one wrong move, one misinterpretation, and the burden of that situation will be carried on to the black community as a whole. Don't get me wrong, I pamper all my babies and all my moms. But white babies, especially when the parents speak Dutch, I pamper them with tweezers. I'm sorry, I might just need a moment, but I do all of this just to end up being called lazy, useless, and a waste of space because of a parking spot. I have to be extra sweet, gentle, and kind everywhere I go. Otherwise, it'll be these black women aren't feminine, they're always angry. This is my daily life. Talking to men in general already scares the shit out of me, but talking to a white man? What if he flips one day? If it's not him, who is it around him? How and by who was he raised? How were his friends raised? Who does his family vote for and why? What did they talk and joke about at family gatherings when I wasn't around yet? Don't worry, I know your fantastic, handsome, wonderful husband would never. But how do you take that leap of faith? My fear is real. I can't fathom the thought of being a minority in my own family, my own home, my own bedroom. What if he asks me for race play one day? Imagine being made uncomfortable at dinner around Christmas time and you're the only black person there. This sounds like my worst nightmare. I even turned down this adorable guy called Benjamin because what if I get stuck? There were other things, so please don't tell me to call him. I don't want my partner to have to fight for me or defend our love. I just want peace. I don't want to go through all these additional measures on top of my usual screening. I know people will say not to generalize, but frankly, I don't care. We're talking about my safety, my mental health, and my well-being. I come first. What you call reverse racism might end up with you having a bad day. Because of racial bias, I'm 4 times more likely to die in childbirth. I'm more likely to be misdiagnosed or have a delayed diagnosis. I'm more likely to be discriminated against when looking for employment. My children will probably inherit from my generational trauma. And on top of that, I might get killed. The fight that I'm in for women on this page is already hard enough. But my intersectionality makes that in my daily life, I have to struggle with the combined load of racism, sexism, misogyny, fat phobia, and on top of that, racial bias from other minorities, which doesn't even make sense to begin with. Sometimes I just need a break. I need a break. Okay.